Right, so we've caught up with Ed and we're going to find out what his playlist, vinyl and album of the week is. So what are we talking about this week, Ed?
Well, first of all, I'm going to disappoint you. I don't have a playlist of the week for this time round. I just haven't actually done that much time digging around with the curated content section. So apologies. If I find something excellent in the next couple of days, I'll slam it into the content comment section. Album and vinyl are different this week. Album of the week actually came out at the end of February. But it's a New York-based synth band, which might sound mildly alarming, but bear with me, called VHS Collection. So you can probably get a handle on the fact that there's a certain retro element to this. Never terribly prolific. They've done 4 albums in a whisker over 10 years, I think. But they released this album. It's called Night Drive. And I really like it. Obviously you can't drive anywhere at the moment because it feels too expensive, but it's good fun to sit at home and listen to. It's on all the major streaming services, sometimes in high res. There will be physical releases, but they don't appear to be out yet. So just give that a listen, see what you think. Vinyl is out, and the reason why it's the vinyl release, one, I think it's a good album. It deserves a mention in itself, but it's Stereophonics, and Christ knows how to pronounce this one, Oochya, with an exclamation mark. This is also on all the major streaming services, and it's in this regard, it's better than some Stereophonics albums of old. The digital version of it sounds all right. The feedback is that the vinyl version, which is available in a lovely yellow, sounds quite a bit better, which has often been the case with Stereophonics albums, which is why Performance and Cocktails, if you try and buy a copy of that on vinyl, will cost you a fortune. This won't cost you a fortune. It's still readily available. And I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, it doesn't break any new ground. It sounds exactly like the Stereophonics used to, but I used to enjoy how they sounded. So I think it's a perfectly enjoyable way to spend some time. And you get a vivid yellow record to enjoy at the same time. So those are my recommendations. Feel free to disagree with them vehemently in the comments section.
Well, it's always interesting, Ed. Thank you very much for that. Okay, you don't have a playlist for this week, but I'm going to put you on the spot. Any playlists that you've listened to previously that you want to push again because they were just so good?
If you are a Qobuz subscriber, and I'm aware it's not the majority service by any stretch of the imagination for users, but their label story playlists where they assemble a playlist from a specific record label, those are absolutely fabulous. I mean, insofar as often if you're going in cold to a label you have no experience of, it can be a tremendous learning experience. If it's a label that you are familiar with, it will bring artists to your attention that you may be not been aware of. So I highlighted the Daptone one in a podcast last year, but they tend to turn out at least 2 a month, and they are always worth checking out if you are a Qobuz subscriber. I'd also say that I've recently for another publication, I've done a group test of streaming services. If you are still umming and ahhing about whether you're going to move away from Spotify and look at a lossless service, I would say that both Deezer and Tidal, their learning algorithms have made serious progress in the last couple of months. I would say that they are on the cusp of being as decent at finding you new content that's going to appeal to you as Spotify is, and they're going to do that either losslessly with Deezer or with MQA-based high-res for Tidal. So that's something to bear in mind as well. They are starting to generate some genuinely excellent curated content, and it's yet another erosion to Spotify's market share. So worth a look.